Okay, I just wanted to show a little preview of what the final project will look like. I'm making a monogram decal and we'll start in design space. So I'm going to go ahead and open up a new project, Canvas, and I know which image set I want to use, so I'm going to search for that. Again, I'm making a monogram, so this is the image set that I want to use. I'm going to look for my initials, NNA. So I have an N, an A, and I'll insert that into my canvas. I sped this up so you didn't have to watch me do everything, but now I'm just going to select which letters I need and subtract the ones that I don't need. And once I have everything, I will align them vertically and not center align, because if I center aligned, then it would look like this. So I want to align them vertically. So I'll select all the three objects and center vertically. Now these are 3 layers, so I want to weld them into one. So once it's one layer, we are good to go. I might have mentioned this before, but I want a black monogram sticker, so I'm going to change the color to black, and then we should be ready for the offset layer. When I click on the object, I can now select offset, and it comes with a standard 1/4 of an inch offset, but I want to change that, so I can move the slider bar to the right to increase the offset, and you can see that preview with the blue line on the canvas, and as I move it to the left, you can see that the offset becomes smaller. If I continue to move it past that middle bar, then it would create an inset or make an outline. Here you can see that these corners are now pointed. I can also change that to be rounded if I want, and you can see the difference as I toggle between those two options. So once I hit apply, you can then see that I have a different layer, and that back outline layer is the offset. So I'll select both of those 2 layers and center those. And now that that's centered, I'm going to change the offset layer to be white, and we will talk about that in a second. So now that I have these 2 layers, the color, the size, and the shape that I want, then I'm going to group them, and we should be ready to go. So we'll click Make It, and now in my matte preview, you can see that there are 2 layers, the white offset layer and then the black monogram layer. This is going to be a layered vinyl project. So I'm going to browse for materials and search for premium vinyl. And once I find that, I can select the material. All right, and now we're ready to cut, so I'll prep my mats. I've already put the white vinyl on the mat, so I can insert that into the machine, and the machine will start, my maker will start cutting the offset layer. So why would someone want to use or to do a layered vinyl project? Well, if I wanted it to become one sticker, but have both of those 2 elements, then I can layer the offset with the more intricate cut and it can become one sticker. Now that the white's done, I will place the black vinyl on the mat and prep that to cut. So once that vinyl is aligned and smoothed out, then I can insert, and my maker will start cutting the black monogram letters. And while the black is cutting, I'm going to try to multitask and cut out the white part of the offset layer. So I'll just trim away the excess material so I can save that material for later. And once I've trimmed that material, I can try to weed that material. And I recommend using a weeding tool that helps me take out the excess material. Okay, and I finished weeding the white part, and the black part is ready now too, so I can unload that mat from my maker. And we recommend taking the material off by turning the mat upside down, and that helps prevent the curling of the material. So I can set the mat aside, and now I will do the same thing I did with the white and trim down the black vinyl, and you can see where the machine made cuts, so that's where I'm going to cut the excess material off. And just like the white, I'm going to weed the black part, which is a little bit more intricate than the white offset layer. So I'm using my weeding tool here to just try to grab the corner and peel off the excess. And the only thing I have left to weed is the inside of the A. And that's fully weeded now. The next step I'm going to do is I'm going to take some transfer tape and measure out how much transfer tape I'll need for this decal and try to conserve the rest of that transfer tape. So I'm just trimming down to fit exactly how much I need. And then I can completely take the transfer tape off of the transfer tape backer and set it on top of the black vinyl. Again, I'm doing a layered vinyl project, so I want to start with the top layer of the vinyl. So once the transfer tape's on top of my decal or my design, my vinyl design, then I will use a scraper to burnish the vinyl onto the transfer tape. So I'm going to go in a few different directions, make sure it's stuck on there well, and flip it over and also burnish the back side of the vinyl. All with the goal of getting the vinyl to stick to the transfer tape. So sometimes you have to use a scraper tool to help you do that. So I'll take the black vinyl off of the black vinyl backer, and now you can see that the transfer tape has the black vinyl on it. So now I'm going to transfer that black vinyl onto the offset layer, or the white vinyl that we cut out, and try to align that in the center. And then I can use my scraper tool to try to get the black vinyl on the white offset. And I'm not quite ready to transfer it, but the reason why this offset layer is nice is because if I wanted a black decal on my car, well, windows on cars are darker, they're black, or they're tinted. So if I want it to pop a little bit more, then I can use this white offset layer to help me do that. So it's a nice way to still get what I want just by layering the vinyl. And it's all one sticker, so I don't necessarily need transfer tape when I transfer onto the window. But this is how the car decal turns out. And you can see I can just peel that into one piece instead of the individual letters. There are so many cool things you can design and make with this offset feature, from stickers and clothing embellishments all the way to cake toppers. We can't wait to see what you make. So hop on over to Design Space, start making, and tag us in social media.